Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Sound Money Matters Live. We have a great guest, and we're going to be talking about a topic that is kind of in the same area that we've talked to other people or coin shop owners or mints. And we're going to have Michael Rohan. He works for local silver mint in Ware, New Hampshire. And without any further ado, let's get Michael on the stage. Michael, Mercury
Hello.
Mike, what's up, buddy? How are you?
Good to be here. Thank you for having me. It's great to be speaking with you tonight. It has certainly been crazy. We are doing some really exciting things at local Silver Mint right now, and I'm excited to dive into it and chat about a few things with you. So good to
Yeah,
be here.
absolutely. And thank you for coming on. We've known each other for about 2 years now, right? We first met at, I think, PorkFest
That's right.
2024. I think it was
Yeah.
24, 25, whatever it was. I was there. And I think then you got hired to work with the local Silver Mint. But before we get into all that, since you're a first-time guest, we like asking our first-time guests, and keeping to the tradition of our late founder, always asks two questions. The first is, why is sound money important?
Great question. Where do you start? Money is such a powerful lever and plays such an important role in our society. It's how we value things. And when you start to um, have the measuring stick, the thing that you're using to value everything in the economy, when that's not reliable, um, it is really disruptive. It's rife for manipulation, corruption. So to have a standard upon which people can rely is vital to human interaction, to free market economics, to overall well-being and human prosperity. Oh, I lost your mic here. Sorry.
There we go. I'm back. I was gonna say, yeah, no, that's right on. We at Citizens for Sound Money, we summarize that as gold and silver is freedom, right? And it keeps the government honest. You can't print gold and silver into oblivion. And the reason why sound money is important is because it's the only form of money. Everything else is either credit or an investment. And what I like telling people is, look, when you're buying gold and silver, you're not buying gold and silver. You're saving. But when you acquire gold and silver, you're actually saving your economic energy. Everything else is just a form of credit. The dollar is a form of monetizing public debt and private debt, which we'll get into with Lynette Zhang. We're going to be interviewing Lynette Zhang in about 3 weeks, and we're going to get into that. But the second question that we're going to jump into, that our late founder, Jim Forsyth, always asked was, tell us about your background.
Yeah, thanks for asking. I was always interested in business. I have a strong intellectual curiosity, and economics always struck my interest to figure out kind of how the world works. And when I went to college, I, really wanted to study economics. I studied it long enough to be convinced that free market economics is the way. And I didn't want to be stuck merely evangelizing it. So I pivoted to finance. I continued to study finance, and then basically, looked into crypto, and I kind of meandered in some tech startup opportunities, and then eventually found my way to local Silver Mint. And I'm the sales manager there now, but it's a really incredible company to work for, because there's an opportunity to, what I like to call, lead up the chain of command. I have had a lot of influence on the direction of the company which has been really rewarding to be a part of a team where you're heard and listened to, and at such an exciting time, both for our company and what's happening now in the broader market.
Yeah, no, that's a great background. For me, I had a similar background. I took a lot of economics classes, and I was I was in the finance. I was a stockbroker, insurance agent, crypto, and then from that background, I always felt there was a missing link. Right, I find that people who weren't, always a sound money advocate, they weren't really understanding how everything worked together. And when you realize gold and silver is money, it's been money for 6,000 years, and how the central banks and everything manipulate. When you realize how the fiat system works in gold and silver, I mean, it's just a paradigm shift. It completely changes your worldview. So
Right.
let's get into the topic of today's show, right? So, what is the best silver to buy right now? Is one of the top searched, I guess, terms or phrases in YouTube and Google right now. People are wanting to know what should they buy, and the case for fractional silver. So, when a customer comes in to our coin shop, or even before I had a coin shop, they ask, what should I buy? I tell them, well, the three top purchased silver products is one, American Silver Eagles, two, Maple Leaves, and then three, not fractional, silver rounds, typically Buffaloes. Buffaloes are the number one sold round in America. I can't keep them on the shelves, and people want them specifically. And then, but recently, gold hit $121 an ounce, right? And right now, let's see, the market's just open. So let me just pull up the Kitco. So silver's up, gold's up. We're at 81.25 right now. So at those prices, when about October, an ounce of silver was around $40, 40, $50. So today, a half ounce of silver is about the same as a full ounce before. So what I've been doing now, because I have customers when silver was at over $100, they used to come in and buy multiple ounces with 100. Then it was 2 ounces. Then they couldn't buy an ounce. So I've been pivoting people towards fractional silver bits. Constitutional, half ounces, fifth ounces, for C4SM, fifth ounce rounds. And same thing with gold. I've never bought personally an ounce of gold. I've always bought fractional gold. I'm a big fractional guy. I love gold backs. I love 1/10 ounces. I love gold francs. I love bits. Silver Dave gave me a tube of bits when I first met him. So tell us a little bit about what you think is the best form of silver to buy right now, and what is the case for fractional silver? I kind of laid it out, but you guys are kind of like the experts.
Well, absolutely. It's not only the question that's being trending, in the Google search results, but every day when people come to the beautiful local Silver Mint showroom in Ware, New Hampshire, I get asked that question also. People are asking me all day, every day, what is the best silver to buy? And generally speaking, we actually recommend to minimize your premium over the spot price. We want our customers to get as much silver per dollar spent as possible. So the majority of their, silver holdings, we recommend large bars and generic 1 ounce rounds. There's a lot of people who come into the showroom. They're American Silver Eagle guys, one of the most widely recognizable coins in the world. And they've been buying Silver Eagles. You can't talk to them about anything else. That's what they're going to get. And we're happy to serve those customers. But for me, I would prefer to pay if my customers were paying a lower premium and getting more ounces, because at the end of the day, we want folks to be investing, to be buying as much of the sound money as they can. So in general, the three categories for the lowest cost per category is large bars, 100-ounce bars, generic 1 ounce rounds, and in terms of fractional, silver bits. In the category is the lowest cost. However, it does have a higher premium. than just large bars and 1 ounce rounds. And so we like to say get the majority in premium minimizing, uh, you know, silver bullion. And then the rest should be in barter and trade utility, maximizing silver. So the majority of your portfolio getting as many ounces as you can. And then for the remainder, get silver that goes the farthest in the marketplace that you can actually use to barter and trade for the goods and services that you need. And that's Local Silver Mint's mission. So we're happy to say that we have the lowest cost fractional precious metal product in the world. Used to be our 1/10 ounce round, and now silver bits is the new king of fractional silver, the new design. And so that's my answer. That's what we tell customers who come into the showroom. And the thing is that Local Silver Mint, we're a mission driven. Sorry, I'm just reloading those back into my ag mag right here. We are a mission driven company. I think I answered your question. I'm sure we'll go into more. I don't want to make it a monologue. We'll go into different aspects of the conversation here, but yes, like I just want to, like, Silver Eagles, this is what I say, and this is my personal opinion when I'm guiding customers, not necessarily Local Silver Mint's official position or anyone else. These are my own perspective. When I think about the main arguments for and against Silver Eagles, I see a theoretical benefit of having, a silver that's denominated in U.S. currency, $1 face value, that is the coin of the realm, and that there's some theoretical tax or legal protection for owning that type of silver. And there's just as many people in the opposite camp who think that there's a theoretical disadvantage, that the government will come to confiscate that first, that they have a higher claim on that silver. And I don't like to invest on the basis of a theoretical advantage or a theoretical disadvantage. I like the real advantage of getting as much silver as I can for my money. So I steer people away from high premium stuff into lower premium, large bars, generic 1 ounce rounds, and silver bits.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the stacker mentality. Stackers don't care what the price is, what the coin is. They want the biggest bang for their buck for their silver. So, when people ask that, what we do is we put our daily price sheet, because our premiums change every day. We're a dynamic store. We get the three lowest prices and find Bullion prices.com, average it out between the three lowest, and we're within 25 cents of that average. So we push people, we highlight on our price sheet the best bang for your buck product. Today it's 100-gram silver bars, and I think it was kilo bars. And the premiums were like 325 or 350 and 425 over. So that's when people ask that, I say, look at the highlights. Same thing with gold. Look at the highlights in gold. That's going to be the best bang for your buck. And we sold both products. So that is the number one thing, I think, that the best way to stack, right? Best bang for your buck. Now there is the Eagles, right? American Silver Eagles. They are legal tender, and you don't need a state law. So legal tender status, that is, if you decide to barter or use Silver Eagles, or if you're in one of the 11 states that made gold and silver legal tender, you actually have elevated a commodity to the same level as a Federal Reserve note or a Silver Eagle or Gold Eagle or Platinum Eagle. We have 5 US dollars, right? We got a gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and base dollar, the copper and paper. So we have five currencies of the realm. And if you do a transaction in a state like in Florida and Texas, who have horrible barter laws, but you do it in legal tender, you have legal recourse. If you do it in a state like New Hampshire, you have great barter laws, you have legal recourse. But there are states like Florida and Texas and others where you have no legal recourse. And that is maybe one of the reasons why you would want to use legal tender in your state. If you're in a state like Missouri, if you're in a state like Utah or anywhere else that have made gold and silver legal tender, you can use any form of gold and silver and have that protection at that point. Yes, use the lowest premium stuff. But the legal protections in a barter transaction, if you want the full protection, use legal tender either in your state or federal legal tender. But then the next thing, if you don't really care about that, and most people who are watching are either stackers or preppers, they're going to just do the lowest and barter regardless. And there's a trust in the community, right? We want to build a sound money community. So when you have that community and you have that trust, just barter with each other, and it'll be fine. But let's.
Right.
But you have a couple of interesting things going on since we last talked about
Yeah.
the local silver mint.
There's no shortage of excitement and change happening at local silver mint. It's an incredible time to be working for the company. Things have really aligned in an incredible way. We we did a fundraise, and we did raise some money, and we're now deploying that capital. We have a new production facility. It's really incredible. Silver Dave, incredible guy to work for. I'd love to talk more about the Silver Dave story. But he, Silver Dave was, likes to say that, maybe we're on a mission, right? And so many miracles have happened that it seems like there may be divine intervention in our favor. Now, I'd hate to, have too much hubris or anything, so I do say it with all the, due humility. But it is hard not to start to believe that with all of the things that have gone right for us. We we set out to establish this new production facility, and right when we started looking for the equipment to fill it, coining presses that used to be owned by the US Mint went up for sale out of Las Vegas, and we went and we got them. So we now own 4 coining presses that used to be owned by the US Mint, but we also got the coin press operator. So when these coining presses were sold, by the US Mint, and then they went to Vegas, and there was a casino token company that bought it, tokens. The press operator moved with the machines, and he's an incredible. Albert is his name. He's an incredible individual. He was the youngest coin press operator, and in 1986, he pressed in the San Francisco Mint the first proof American Silver Eagles. Or the first American Silver Eagles. So he has moved with these presses, and now he moved with them again. So we got both the presses and the press operator. He was so excited about what we're doing with our operation that he came on board as well. So soon, now I have to be careful. There's so many new exciting developments, and there are some things that aren't public yet. So stay tuned to continue to follow the exciting local silver mint story. But soon we will have fully coined, reeded edged 1/10 ounce silver bits.
Very cool.
So
that is awesome.
So we're working hard. Our guys, I work with some of the most incredible people that I've ever met, and it's a blessing every day to be working for local silver mint, doing my job. And the customers are incredible, and I meet wonderful folks like you and everyone out there on the internet tuned in, watching. Incredible people who care, they're passionate, they get it, they're thoughtful. Absolutely incredible. And we've all been working really, really hard. The production crew's getting ready to get these coining presses operational. The sales have been off the charts. My sales team has been like, uh, miraculous achievement every day. It's unbelievable. So that's just one of the many exciting things, and many of them that I can't mention. I'll have to come back and talk more sometime, but we're rolling out a lot of really exciting things, and the production of our new silver bits will be underway soon, and that's something really exciting to look out for.
Yeah, I remember when I first met Silver Dave, he was just coming into it. It was just starting to spread around. He was trying to make it popular. It's blown up since then. And I think part of that is because you guys had some type of investment pool, which you guys have changed. So
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about what the BDA is.
Yeah, yeah. So the bullion deposit account. So local silver mint has just rolled out an incredible opportunity for folks to take advantage of our beautiful vault that's new and glorious, and to deposit their silver with us. And not only will you get to take advantage of the secure storage, the independent audit, and all of those protocols, the safety and security of the local silver mint vault, but will pay you. That's right. So you can put your metals to work to earn interest and have your metals work for you by depositing your metals with us in our bullion deposit account.
And you guys are paying 5% APR, which turns out to 5.12 APY for silver bullion. And then
On
for
the number of ounces, to be
on
clear.
the
Yeah.
number of ounces and a minimum of 100-ounce deposit. And then you're paying
Yeah.
3.15% APR, 3.19 APY for gold bullion deposited into the deposit. And what is it? 25 ounces for gold? Is that what it is? No.
Oh, that's a great question. I'm not sure off the top of my head what the gold minimum is. This is new, and we've been so busy on the sales floor that we rolled this out, and the details are up on the website. We have documentation that you can be provided with. Great question on the gold. Um, what I can say is that one of the advantages, what distinguishes our deposit account, is the low barrier of entry of only 100 ounces. And I was a little bit skeptical because, that's like, a lot of people, and, you just put in 100 ounces. But now I'm starting to come around and realize that this is part of the local silver mint mission, to sort of, democratize in a sense, to make these types of things available to all people in the United States and across the globe. So it's really exciting to see how the bullion deposit account is going to, how much traction it's going to get. And I've got, I'm fielding all the inquiries about it. I've got people streaming in who want to know more, and I can really feel their excitement, and these folks who understand, and they might live in they're very honest about how they feel about whichever state, with a little less freedom perhaps than New Hampshire, how they feel about their home state, and they're happy to get their silver out of there, and send it over to the live free or die state for safekeeping in our vault.
Yeah, absolutely. And you were showing us a product earlier. You call it the silver mag, is that right?
Oh, this is the Ag Mag,
Ag mag.
AG, the elemental symbol for silver, AG. And it's a very convenient way to store, carry, and dispense your silver bits. Just a swipe of the thumb, and you got a bit ready to spend. This is an LSM 1/10 ounce round. Right behind it, I've got a silver bit, the current version. and those are for sale on our website. They're very popular. And this is actually created by a customer of ours, an enthusiast for our product, who just wanted to support our mission, and he ended up creating a whole business for himself, just creating an accessory to our product. So you're looking at the Ag Mag with 25 silver bits. So our guys in the production facility will load the Ag Mag for you with 25 silver bits and ship it to you. On screen, you can see the coated version. I have the raw. This is new. This is a limited edition, just the raw aluminum. But we do have the hard coat, Cerakoted, and they did not compromise on quality when they designed and produced the Ag Mag. It is very durable. So that's a Cerakote hard coat on that one. And there's interesting little features here. So there's a set screw, a little spring. You can unscrew it and load them in. And also, this is a new feature where you can just rotate around. Oh, hope I can do it. You can rotate around the clip, and then that acts as a little safety. So it prevents the bits from fully leaving. And I love this thing. It's really popular. It's been flying off the shelves. Absolute home run. I'm really proud of my friend. I don't know if he wants to be mentioned by name, but the guy who invented and is producing these for us, really proud of him. And great. Everyone, the customers love it.
Yeah, that's exciting, man. You guys are really pumping things out. So before we get into some things, I want to open it up for questions. And we're seeing some questions pop in, and let me go ahead and throw them up. And for those of you, if you want to ask a question about silver bits and what they're doing, go ahead and put them in the live chat or in the comments. We'll try to respond in the comments, but in the live chat. Let me throw this up. Here's a question. Where does the return from the BDA come from? And then a follow-up that I saw was how do people get their silver back?
Great question. Yeah, so all of this is on the website and in the documentation. So where does the return come from? So your silver enables local silver mint to have a little more flexibility in our inventory, broader inventory, to be more versatile, and it's always accounted for. We have one-to-one those physical ounces on deposit, but allows us to expand our inventory, and we will buy and sell out of that pool. So it does facilitate our business activities, and that's how we can get your metals working for you and get, allowed to pay you a return in exchange for that.
Perfect. If you wanted to go grab that, I can go ahead and just talk a little bit quick. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
All right. So, yeah, guys, it's exciting. So going back to the main topic, best silver to buy. As you heard, the best silver to buy is the silver that has the lowest premium. And for liquidity, there's some questions that came up, and I want to address that while Mike is coming back. He had to grab a charger for his computer, so he's coming back. Eagles are popular, and it's less well-known. Silver is harder to liquidate. We've seen this in the past. I would just say silver in general was harder to liquidate in this market. Not necessarily that it was harder to liquidate eagles than it was rounds. I think what we saw was if you wanted to liquidate rounds, you were probably going to be paying more back a spot. Or if you had constitutional silver or sterling silver, people weren't taking it because refiners weren't taking it. So silver eagles are good for liquidity purposes because you're probably going to also get a better premium, right? Some people are paying $2 back a spot, or 5 versus 10 or 15 back a spot. I wouldn't say that buying rounds or American Eagles are better. I would just say buy the thing that is that has the lowest premium, and whatever fits your stack. Some people just want to buy sovereign coins. Others just want to buy rounds. So we have Mercury Mike back.
Hey, I do see some more questions about the deposit accounts. I want to make sure all the questions are answered. how do you ensure I get my silver back is one of them that
Okay.
I'm seeing here.
Yes.
So the silver is independently insured by a third party, independently audited and verified by a CPA firm, an accounting firm, and then normal physical security, which I can't disclose too much of, but it is a high priority for us at local Silver Mint to keep things secure. So I think that it's a pretty good those assurances are a pretty good way to ensure that you get your silver back. It's all legal contract. When you do your deposit, it's actually pretty simple, easy, straightforward, easy to understand, and
Yeah, and just a quick note on the insurance. Most refiners and most coin shops and bullion dealers have their inventory insured, right? So that's all covered in the policy. So and then you might, if you have a large inventory, you might even go directly to Lloyd's of London, who will insure large quantities as well. So that is always that's always the confidence you can have in a properly licensed and insured company. So we have another question from Enough is Enough 880, who's a regular of the channel. And first, I want to give a shout out to Gold Miner James for doing that gift, Citizens for Sound Money membership. Thank
yeah.
you for joining. Once we get to 25 members, we'll start having one-on-ones with our members, and we can just do like Ask Me Anythings, and we can talk to you and update you on what's going on legislatively, and really dig in with myself and Benjamin and any other guests that we might have in the future. So thank you, Gold Miner James, for joining. You guys can all join Citizens for Sound Money through YouTube, or you can go to our website, citizensforsoundmoney.org, and join the Pioneer membership. And click on Become a Member, and then pay either $25 or $100. If you do a $100 membership, we'll send you a digital half ounce of Kinesis silver. Let's go back to that other question here. Enough is enough. Is it like a CD, 6, 12, 18 months, etc., to hold for the return? What is the holding period?
Excellent question. So there is a 12-month holding period, but in my opinion, the penalty for early withdrawal is pretty low. We have it set where the penalty is only 50% of the accrued interest for an early withdrawal. If you're within 30 days before, then the penalty is reduced, and then obviously no penalty, and you get the full interest that has accrued up until the date you withdraw your deposit after 12 months. So each deposit is not a checking account. It is not for putting ounces in and out and in and out. It is more so for, a one-time deposit that you expect to keep for the duration of the 12 months or longer if you still want to enjoy that return on your silver, and then to withdraw. Now, we do have that haven't launched yet, two alternatives and alternative ways to get in. And one is auto stacking. So for initial 25 ounces and $250 a month, you can get into basically a subscription into the depository where you pay $250 a month going forward in order to fund your depository account. And the third way, I definitely am not blanking on it. So just sending us dollars and buying the silver and then having that deposited. So if you don't have silver or gold yet, then you can, basically buy the silver and have it earmarked for the depository, and then that will be your starting balance for your deposit, and go forward from there.
That's awesome. We have one more we have a couple of questions, but here is the price of silver gold locked in at the spot price, or does it float with trading?
So this is in point. So we avoid any unnecessary complications about pricing it in dollars. The percent return is on the quantity of ounces. So that return, so if you put in, you know, 100 ounces, you're going to get 105 ounces back at the end of the term. So I think that addresses the crux of this question. How does it get valued and how does that work? Just clean and simple. We're dealing with ounces of silver here, and that's how we do it.
Yeah, it's similar to how the UPMA does it, Kinesis, any of the companies that you put gold and silver, and even monetary metals, where you're doing gold and silver leases. They don't pay you in dollars because the dollar. Let's remember, guys, the dollar isn't money. Gold and silver is money. I'd rather get paid in ounces. And what I've said and previously, when you make that switch in your brain from thinking of your wealth in terms of dollars versus gold and silver ounces. The goal is not to grow your dollar value. The goal is to grow your silver stack. That's why when you buy gold and silver, instead of selling it for dollars, you do gold silver ratio to grow your silver, grow your gold holdings, and go back and forth, back and forth. So most of
And
these.
also,
Mhm.
add into the mix to have barter and trade fractional silver to then the end game becomes spending it on the goods and services that you need.
Exactly.
So, when the dollar meltdown comes, are you going to be trading your 100-ounce bar or your, 1-ounce rounds for bread and vegetables and eggs? It's going to be a little bit difficult, but if you definitely don't want to trade back for dollars. And if you have 1/10 ounce rounds of silver that you can just hand a guy for the things that you need, that is a good option to have for that barter and trade utility.
Absolutely. And that's why we exist, guys. We are Cities for Sound Money is here to promote the use of sound money and protect people's rights to do so because we want society to get back to using gold and silver in transactions. We're promoting the use of gold and silver like gold backs. There's over 4,000 merchants that take gold backs. There are merchants who take gold backs will take gold and silver. They're just people who you can just go, hey, would you take silver for this car? They might take it. So start trying to use your gold and silver in barter and transactions because that will start bringing back a free and just economy. Look, our 501c3, the mission is to educate people of all generations of the necessity of sound money for a free society and a free economy to exist. And that requires sound money. So start thinking about getting fractional silver, get some silver bits, give them out as tips. Ask the waiter or waitress, but before you just give them gold and silver, always give them the
Right,
option because you don't want to get them upset about a silver, a guy trying to sell me silver. He gave me silver without an option because they don't know what it is. Give them the option of whether
right.
they want to take silver or gold and just start giving it out as tips and start asking your local coffee shop, will you take gold backs or silver bits for this coffee? And start using it. That's how we change minds. And with the price of gold and silver, whether it's at, it's going to be a much easier sell to get people to take real money versus this funny money called the dollar.
Yeah, and that is how also local silver mint has a mission. It's to put barter and trade silver into as many Americans' hands as possible so that they can weather any economic circumstance, including a dollar collapse situation. But the way that your viewers can join us in our mission is to do the boots on the ground consumer education, have a conversation with that waiter. I had a great conversation with a guy who was a valet, managing this parking lot, and he had some silver jewelry on. So I asked him, "Do you want your tip in cash or silver?" He said, "You can tell I like silver." And I took out my ag mag, and he thought it was the most incredible thing. And you won't actually. I recently made a purchase with silver. I actually just bought myself a motorcycle with silver.
Nice.
So I was on Craigslist, and we do have a merchant list, and we're doing, that we have got a lot of things come down the pipe for helping to enable people and also, you know to assist with the Citizens for Sound Money and our joint mission together. But I was on, looking, I was shopping around for actually a new car, and I saw this motorcycle, and it was a really great price, and it was really intriguing. And I started, asking him about it, and he actually recognized me from local Silverman. It was one of our
Very cool.
customers, and it's a small world. It's an incredible place up here in New Hampshire. And so I made an offer in silver, and he accepted, and it's really easy, wonderful experience, and I'm excited. I've looked something to look forward to in the spring, besides just continuing to have a really exciting job and a silver price, excitement and all that. So really
Yeah,
cool.
absolutely. So we got one last question. If I ACH $250, how many ounces are deposited? I don't think that meets the minimum requirement.
So that's right. So for the one-time deposit, that wouldn't work, but for the subscription, for the auto stacking, the beautiful thing about silver bits, fractional silver, is that we can hit just about any dollar amount. Right now, silver bits are essentially, $10 bills. And it's not necessarily all in silver bits, but we can easily get down to the 1/10 ounce denomination. So it's really easy for us as local silver mint to give you a really precise amount of silver for your dollars. And, that's how we would do it.
Awesome. Well, Mike, this has been a great episode. I'm sure a lot of people are, thanks for the information from Enough is Enough, 880. And let's see, metals are helping us take back the power of the purse.
Mm.
Agreed. And never stop stacking, guys. That this was our broadcast for Sound Money Matters Live. I know that Mike, we kept you a little bit over. You had to get going at the 40-minute mark. But guys, thank you for watching. We're going to have another live broadcast next week at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then on Friday, we're going to have a premiere again. And we're going to start booking these premieres in advance, so we'll know who's going to be coming. I know we have Lynette Zhang booked and I think in March. I think we have Lynette Zhang booked in March. So guys, thank you so much. Y'all have a blessed week. And
Can I just mention
go
a
ahead.
few things, or are we right at the
Yeah.
end?
No, go
So
ahead.
please check out. We are hiring today. So we have localsilvermint.com/career opportunities. And that's actually no longer a public link. So if you have to type it in. It's not listed on our website, but I'm willing to tell you, because you are already sound money people and you get it. Career dash opportunities. Yeah. And so we are hiring. We've got production, we've got sales, we've got operations, marketing, videography. I've been doing all the filming, editing, directing, producing our local Silver Mint YouTube videos, which you should definitely go and check out. Check us out on social media. Today, I had Silver Dave going crazy. We filmed 3 videos today, so we've got a few stacked up. He's going down to Anarcho-Poco, so if you're going there, look forward to seeing Silver Dave. He is going to be the keynote speaker for the event, and we've got some interesting shorts planned that are going to be really fun to put out on our YouTube channel as we track him. And Yankee Stacking was in our showroom filming a video today, so look out for the video. You'll see me. I'm in it. I'm wearing this. I just came from work, and you'll see me in that video. So please look out for that. Follow us on social media. Thank you for having me here, and stack it up.
Stack it up. All right, guys. Thank you, Mike. We'll definitely have you on to give us those updates, and keep stacking, y'all.